Hello everyone, good evening, welcome, hopefully you can see me. We've made some upgrades, so I'm not sure if anything's going to work now, so I'm going to just do my usual and blether into the microphone, which in and of itself is a little bit buggered. Let me see if I can fix this. No, that didn't help. So hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me, and it's immediately obvious what my next purchase needs to be. A new microphone stand, because it's just broke on me. So, can anyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello all. I'm just going to assume you can hear me. It says excellent connection. I can see green bars moving up and down. I'm going to try a new thing today. I'm going to try lots of new things. Hopefully this works. Oh, comments. Comments appearing. Jennifer says she can see and hear me. So Callum has asked, is that a cock t-shirt I see? It is a cock t-shirt, you see. I think this was a birthday present from Phil. So we've also got a new camera that we can look at. Hello everybody, can you see me? This is my new cock t-shirt, which is the same as the cock sticker but embroidered on there. And I've made the transitions even faster, so you're not sitting watching a Discus thing go. I feel very low down and now I'm getting covered up by the comments. So we'll have a quick run through some of the comments. Rockies says hello. Hello Rockies. There's Phil, sporting the new cock t-shirt. Phil, thank you very much. Scott here says he might be a little late tonight because he's having to water test his beta tank, so hopefully that doesn't go too bad. My god, I've shut the door over there, it's got immediately roasting hot in here. Just going to turn on the air conditioning. Scott says audio is not as good as usual, almost as if it's a different mic. Well, I have just broken the mic stand. Don't know if that makes a difference. I can turn it up a little bit here, see if that makes any difference. I might have to just hold the audio. Anyway, hope your beta's alright, Scott. Wendy's, oh excellent, Wendy's dead chuffed with her hoodie, that's always good to see. Where else have we got? And we've got Simon here, Jennifer's in, Callum's here, Noodle Sandwich, nice to see you again, Noodle Sandwich. Or no idea what that comment's all about. Why won't you work? That's not going to be annoying at all. I'm going to bend down way down here so you can hear me. It's probably horrible for audio. And there we go, Noodle Sandwich. Everyone smack like for the birthday boy. So I'd like to say thank you very much for everyone who wished me happy birthday. Sorry, let me see if I can sort out the mic. It shouldn't be, it's the normal mic. I don't know how bad it is. I might have to mess around with that later. You hear the tanks in the background more than normal. It might be my air conditioning. Let me turn that off. Because I haven't actually got... You can hear the echo of the room. Right, let me... Didn't plug myself in. We'll do some on the fly fault finding. I have to go over here. Don't want that. Open it over here. Hear myself. Oh, there is a bit of an echo. Let me turn that off. Does that help? I don't think it does. Why would there be an echo? Why would there be an echo? Let me see. Why would there be an echo? Oh, I'm coming through desktop audio. I don't know, does that make it better? Worse? Okay, for some reason I'm coming through desktop audio and I don't know why. I think I have a bleep button at last. 2 mics on? No, just 1 mic. It is very echoey though. I don't know what sorting. Is that better? There we go. Better. Getting ideas is about better. Anyway, let me put this away because it's making my head hot, my ears hot. Well, like I say, I've tried to make some upgrades. So we've got the comment on the screen. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. So it was my birthday. I'm 1,000,000 years old now. And during the week I had some birthday thanks on all the various platforms. If you are new here, you can go up here and join the Discord and wish me birthday wishes there. But the wife also bought me this thing. So I've got a Stream Deck now. And I've been messing around with it, trying to automate things and make things better. But obviously I've screwed up the audio. But I did give myself a beep button so I can say I had audio. And hopefully you've not heard me swear there. But yeah, I can switch from big face. I can switch to little face. All with the press of a button, so I shouldn't really forget any of these things. I can go to the slideshow. And you can see all your lovely faces with all your merch that you bought for Aquarium Adventures. So yes, I've had a lovely week of intense work. Loads and loads of work to be done. So I haven't had any time off to do anything fishy really. I haven't even managed to record a video this week. So I do apologise. I hadn't even broken down these tanks yet. So this one, that one's broken down. That one's full of plants that have broken down from that one. That one's broken down, but I haven't taken anything out yet. And the angels need to go downstairs this weekend. So that's the plans. I've not managed to do any of it, but I have spent the afternoon messing about with things on Tinterwebs and getting my Stream Deck working so I can try lots of buttons and see if it works or not. But anyway, one of the other things I got was displaying the comments on screen so we can all read what comment I'm looking at. So for instance, Don Ransom. Hello Don. Hello all. We've got Sharpies is in tonight. I'll try and zoom down so as we can get rid of all that "we can hear you twice" stuff. Noodle Sandwich says, I've 2 new additions in my tank spotted by my 7-year-old 2 5mm platyfry. Well, there you go, that's what you need. Someone with good eyesight to spot these things. Thank you very much, John. I'm going to the zoo on Sunday. I think we're going to... What's the one near Liverpool? Knowsley Safari Park. My daughter comes out of quarantine on Saturday, so on Sunday we're going to the zoo. Chris says, my towel arrived today. I love it. Excellent. That's what we want to know. So, apparently if I press a button here, it'll plug my merch somewhere. I've no idea if it'll work. Doesn't appear to have done. May work on that one. Right, I can hear your background noise. Can you hear the background noise? That's better. That's better. I will get there. I'm catching up. Yeah. So as part of the Stream Deck setup, I think I've switched my audio to now be desktop audio rather than mic audio on the OBS. So I can do things like tell bad jokes. I don't know if that worked either. I'm going to have to put my headphones back on. Now I can't hear anything. I'm a professional, honest gov. Yeah, it did work. Rob says he's going to be lurking today because he has to sort out the house. I know that feeling. I've done a lot of sorting out myself today. I've been a plumber today. I don't know if Simon's in. I don't know if you're that kind of plumber, but I've ripped out a shower, ripped up a floor because the shower was leaking and has been for some months, it seems. And, well, basically I've just made a big massive hole in my bathroom, so I need to fill that back in tomorrow, so I've got that to do as well as all the moving of the fish around. Where do we get to? Sorry, right, let's get down. Dawn says she got her goodie bag and trying them on the fish. Thank you. Yes, so because it's a birthday themed live stream, I'm going to do some giveaways. Maybe do some nice giveaways since it's people have been buying me gifts this week. I'll give some back. Right, so what are you saying, Scott, here? Okay, so now I'm watching my betta and it looks like she's breathing in and out something stringy and white. That is unusual, to say the least. I don't know what that would be. Graham, have you ever had a female bristlenose do a split spawn? Same male and cave, but 2 days in a row laying eggs. Ooh. No. I don't think I have. I have had them lay within like a couple of weeks. That's probably the quickest I've noticed the same female laying. I know I've had to take some males out and give them a break because when they're looking after their eggs, they don't do very well because they're not eating, they're busy fanning eggs. So they can go downhill quite quickly, so I have taken them out and separated them when I've had to do that, but I've never seen the same female lay. Same male, same cave, but 2 days in a row laying eggs. Well, maybe it was just she started laying eggs and then finished the next day, got spooked, went away and did something else, came back, laid the rest. I suppose that could be. So maybe, I don't know. Chris says, got my t-shirt and the fish food. Thank you for the stickers and the pen. Excellent. Glad you got there. Jennifer, how's your eye? So Jennifer's our resident panda. I guess we could say that. If you want to go and see some horrific pictures, go and have a look on our Discord server. You'll see what happens when you have a fight between a bottle of wine, what was it, an oak floorboard, and yourself. That doesn't look good. People saying gill fluke, parasites, or possible shedding of the slime coat. Yeah, if you're better fit, are you seeing anything on the fins and the extremities? Because quite often that's where you first see it, as if they do start to shed the slime coat because they've got some kind of irritant or parasite. You'll see it often at the tips of the fins. Well, depending on what kind of betta fish it is, I guess. And that can curl up and roll up and look like a bit of white stringy poo, but maybe stringier than that. That's a nice way to start the competition. So it could be, like Rebecca's saying there, it could be shedding the slime coat. At first it looked like it was breathing smoke, not sure, maybe some artemia she'd picked up or got stuck in her mouth. Keep an eye out through the stream. And Jennifer, eye is slowly improving, just avoiding the wine this week. As Simon says there, so if you have received some new merch this week, I know a big order went out, or a few orders went out this week, take a picture of yourself in your Aquarium Adventures merch. I've got some very special cock merch. I think this is limited edition stuff here. Right, let's just go back to normal big face. Take a picture of yourself, load it up onto Discord, and you'll see yourself on that slideshowy thing. And we'll get that up for everyone to see. That'd be excellent. If you haven't been lucky enough to win anything, you can, of course, just go and buy some stuff. aquariumadventures.co.uk, and we'll send you some stuff. But shall we do the first of the little giveaways? Not only do I not have to log in because of my new Streamlabs, I can just press a button and it will spin the wheel now. I can press a button and it will log me into Nightbot. And if I go to small face, ta-da! I haven't had to sit here and go, click, 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 click. I'm so impressed with this. But I can go to here, can make mods in it, keyword, and shall we say, let's just go with winner. No, let's not go with winner. Let's go with cock merch. Kokmerch. If you want to win a prize, we don't know what the prize is yet, but if you want to win a prize, type in cock merch into the chat and you'll have a chance to win it. There are some rules. If you want to be in it to win it, you have to live in the UK or be willing to pay the postage. You have to be a subscriber. You have to lean out your window, your nearest window, and shout, "Everyone subscribe to Aquarium Adventures," as loud as you can. Honest. And you need to, I don't know, be a human, live in the world, all those good things. So the things you could win, I've updated the Kaylee wheel, so if Kaylee's here, there'll be some new stuff. I have got pens, we've got stickers. Look at these. Got some lovely writers they are as well. Aquarium Adventures pens, we've got Aquarium Adventures stickers, which are in a bin over there. We've got, what else have we got? Beanie hats, we've got t-shirts like this. At the end of the night, maybe we'll give away the cock t-shirt or a cock shirt for someone. But for now, it's going to spin the wheel. You're going to get a prize. And all you have to do is type cock merch. Share the stream far and wide, yes, as Noodle Sandwich says. That's what we want. It doesn't work on this page. Right, hang on. We have an error. What am I on? I'm on small face. I need to add a source. It needs to be a browser, add existing chat display. Okay, and then we'll put it down here. That makes sense. So hopefully you can see that. Share the stream far and wide. I'll give you a couple of minutes more. Cock merch, KOKMERCH, into the chat, and you could win a thing. Brian Watt got my "This Sucks" towel through pretty quickly, G. Thank you. Big Dave's his bristlenose pleco, I believe. Enjoying the sticky spirulina pellets. Good to hear. That's what we want. I feel really uncomfortable because I'm so far away from this bleeding mic. So there you go. Vince Ransom, cock merch, cock merch, cock merch. I'm sure I could get demonetized for this. Oh, I've seen Phil in, haven't I? I think I accidentally unmodded Phil. Let me find your comments, Phil. I'm over here. There you go. I've remoderated you. Is that a word? So you should be okay now, Phil. Right. Let's. Where do we get to? I think we've got what is it? 23 eligible users. That's not too bad. Last chance. If you want to win something, type in cock merch, and then we'll do the wheel. Oh, I've got a new sound effect for this, haven't I? So, I need to put my headphones on so I can hear it. Because timing is everything with comedy. So, are we ready? Are we going to pick a winner? Fishmank, you are a winner. Congratulations, you have won a thing. We don't know what you've won yet. Oh, bloody thing. Sorry. So you've won a thing, but we don't know what yet. So I've rejigged the Kaylee wheel, so it's going to pick your prize, Fishmank. Fishmank. But what we also want, where's that gone? What we also want is your name to that email address, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk. Send me an email, say, "I'm Fishmank and I won a thing." And now we'll choose what that thing is. But you have to tell me where you live and all that kind of stuff. So are we ready? The Kaylee wheel is going to come up at the press of a button. So happy. As you can see, we've rejigged it slightly. We've even put something on the bottom that tells you what you win. So you've won a sticker pack. Oh, not the big prize, not a hoodie, not anything like that. But there you go. Hopefully you're not too disappointed. So the things that you can win sticker pack, you can win pens, you can win food, goodie bags, you can win t-shirts, polos, hoodies, hats, all those kind of things. But yes, Fishmank, you have won. Yay. Can I have sound effects? So hopefully that's fine. If you were expecting something better, don't worry, there will be plenty more competitions as the night goes on, and you can enter all of them. No rules tonight. This is all about winning prizes, giving something back to everyone for sticking with me while I've been not putting out any videos or anything like that. But as always, in between the giving away of prizes, get your questions down. So if you type in @Aquarium Adventures, I'll see it a little bit better, or someone will see it a little bit better and draw my attention to your question. And then hopefully I can answer your questions in between, and we'll have some kind of fishy content at least. Anyway, Phil says, I'm devastated to be sacked. You weren't sacked, you were just, I accidentally deleted a load of mods and I tried to remember who they all were and added them all back in. So I apologise. And as Mickey says, if you're not lucky enough to win anything, remember you can go and buy one. That helps support the channel just as much as anything else. So, well done for the winner. We're going to have a lot more though. So Scott's saying, I'll carry on the conversation on Discord. So Discord's been proving quite useful. I've noticed a few people posting on there about their fishy woes. And there's a few knowledgeable people in the community, much more knowledgeable than me, and crucially, with more time than me. So if you have any problems, you can go over there and we can help you out a little bit. And as Simon says, congratulations, please email, why can't I get that right? Graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk. Let me know who you are, where you are, and I'll send you some stuff. Have we got any quick questions? That's the word. You'll notice this is the first stream that's not sponsored by Hop House 13 because I can't find any. So luckily, gone with a bottle of Jim Beam instead that I got for my birthday. So thank you very much, wife, if you're watching. Don't think she is because I can hear her nattering away next door. Machines are going to make the mods redundant. No, I very much still need the mods. I just now can make random noises and tell jokes. I don't know why that makes me so happy, but it does. So please don't leave now. I do need my mods. I need you to help me out and find some questions. Otherwise, I'm going to end up playing the guitar again. Nobody wants that. Courtney's back. I didn't realise you were away, Courtney, but welcome back. Did you put a gate on your mic? I did something to my mic and I didn't realise until I started the stream, and now I'm too afraid to mess with it too much to fix it, but hopefully it's livable with the new toys getting a good outing. It is, isn't it? It's right here, and all I have to do is if I want to pick a winner, I just have to press the button and away it goes. If I want to tell a bad joke, press the button, get the good-tish. I'm really happy with this. I can, yeah, I've got loads of stuff. I can swear, I can say, and no one knows what I've said. And I can, oh, I've also got the new camera angle. Hopefully you can enjoy seeing the baldiness of my head. And a little bit of behind the scenes, you can see my setup. So, I've got the main camera here. This is the one that I shoot 99% of my videos. Oh, not that you can see it. I've got my little DJI Osmo. That's one I use for doing shop tours and things like that. It's a brilliant little 4K camera with its own gimbal. And then this camera up here is just a webcam. So I thought I'd put it into use and hopefully you can see behind the screen and the magic. And then I've got my, I don't know, can I risk showing you this a little bit closer? Way. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but there's my screen deck. I've got big face, little face, slideshow, end, webcam, swear button, cheers, you won a prize horn, bad joke. Don't know what these buttons do. So this is, I signed it into YouTube. This is meant to post a comment that says you can buy my merch, but it doesn't seem to do anything. I need to work on that later, and then I can fire up Nightbot so as I can get in there. So I thought I'd show you a little bit behind the scenes. You can see the setup. So I've got the two screens here. So this is where I share the desktop that I want to. I've got OBS running over here. That's what's actually doing the stream. And there's my sound mixer down here, and then my terrible microphone, which is just completely collapsed on me. So it's kind of held together with hope and gaffer tape. Don't know if that's interesting to anyone. But I thought I'd show you. I thought I'd show you around a little bit. I am a little bit. You'll never know, because when I want to call someone I just have to press that button and hope it works, and then no one will ever know. The small camera thing is the coolest thing. It is very cool. I do like that. It's a DJI Pocket 2, I think is what it's called. Or the Osmo 2, I can't remember. The beard is going strong still, I see. I think it shows it off best to this angle. Laziness really takes you to a new level when it comes to beards. There we go, finally we've got a fishy question. Would you keep breeding bristlenoses with breeding cories? Says Phil. I would... Would I? Well, I have done in the past. And yeah, I think I would. Because bristlenoses tend to breed in caves, or somewhere like that. Whereas the cories are generally not scatterers as such, but they'll lay on glass and they'll scatter all over the tank. So it's more of a problem for the cories, because the bristlenoses that aren't necessarily the breeding bristlenoses that you've got in the tank might go around and scoff up all the eggs before you get a chance to get them out there. But that would be the only reason that I wouldn't keep them together, I think. My subtitle said, "By my marriage." Well, as a Scotsman, voice recognition software's got a long way to go before it understands me. How's everyone managing with the hot weather and their tanks? Our tank room is linked to our conservatory, so we have to close the conservatory curtains and humidifier and fan. Night is humidifier and fan. It is a big problem. So I noticed that somebody had asked some questions on, so again, not to plug the Discord too much. There is a Discord channel called Livestream Ideas, so things that you want to talk about. So I noticed someone did post about what can we do to cool down tanks. I'm quite lucky in that my fish room is insulated for the winter, but that insulation works two ways, so it just regulates the temperature. So if it's cold outside, it stays warm inside. If it's warm outside, it stays the same temperature inside. It stops the extremes of temperature affecting it too much, but that's mostly because my fish room is cut off. It's kind of a third of my garage, so it's not got any external walls. So if you had your fish room as an actual room in your house, and it had windows, and the sun was beating down on it, I can see that getting out of control really, really quickly. So anything that you can do to block out windows, to insulate a room within a room, something like that, that'll help you regulate your temperature. But often if you're just keeping one tank or two tanks or something like that, and they're display tanks and you want to have them out in your house, you don't want to be going around covering them up and doing all this stupid stuff to just to keep the temperature there. So there seems to be a few staples. So I'll run through what I've heard of. and kind of give you my rating out of 10 of what I think of them. So I know a lot of people will say, well, just do a water change and do it with cold water. That's really good for like a big drop quickly. But a big drop quickly isn't really a good thing in your fish tank. Wow, bloody glasses are just can't see anything. So if your tanks are creeping up to like 30 degrees and you're not really a discus keeper and you don't want them to be up at 30 degrees, yeah, do a water change, bring them down. You are taking a risk if you jump more than 2 or 3 degrees quickly, but that will bring it down. But it will go back up just as quickly. If the ambient temperature is really, really high, it's going to go up there. So no matter what, it's there. It's only when it's getting to dangerous temperatures. If you've got no circulation in your house, if you're in direct sunlight, if it's just absolutely baking and you're getting a way up over 30 degrees and it's for weeks, not just days, that's when you have to take action. I wouldn't normally worry too much. Maybe I'm just biased because I'm a discus keeper. If my tanks get really hot, I go, meh. Gets hot in the Amazon, or meh, gets hot in Africa, or wherever it is the fish come from. It happens. Fish are used to that. They find ways themselves. So when you might measure the temperature of the water, there will still be cooler spots within your tank, where either, depending on what it is, either in the flow or out of the flow. So they might have their own little cave systems that they can get in and get away from the baking heat. It might be hotter at the top than it is at the bottom, all those kind of things. But yes, with aquariums in hot rooms, they're going to get hot. So cold water change, good for an immediate thing, but also bad because it immediately goes back up again. Freezing 2-litre bottles of water. Labour intensive, fairly ineffective, I found. If you can do, and again, depends on the size of your tank. So if it was this tank here, so your general, 80-litre tank or something like that, 2 foot by 1 foot by 1.5 foot, a 2-litre bottle of water that's frozen, put in there, left to defrost in there, and then swapped out so you can have them on a cycle. So you might have 3 2-litre bottles of water frozen, and so you're always putting one in and you're rotating them. Like I say, labour intensive. It will drop at a degree or two. If you've got a big massive tank, it's not going to touch the sides, so not even worth bothering. And then the third thing that my preference for cooling tanks is to buy a cooler. There's no better way to cool water than to buy a cooler. These things are designed to do that thing. But my preference of the kind of DIY ones is to set up some kind of fan across the water surface. Now, I made a video about it was a really far-fetched effort of making like a DIY air conditioner for the top of your tank, where you fill a poly box full of ice, you put a fan in the poly box, that forces the air through the ice up through a spout, and then the spout goes over the top of the tank and cools the water. It works, it's brilliant, it does the trick, but do you really want to have a big massive poly box set up on a stand next to your fish tank so as you can keep it cool? It's kind of hard to go. But another thing you can do is if you go to a computer shop, or even going online if you want, you can buy computer fans. I think I've tidied all mine away, but if you buy computer fans, they're really efficient, low voltage, fairly quiet fans that you can put in a bracket. Usually you'll buy them for air coolers and things like that for your computer, or for water coolers within your computer. But they'll come with a bracket that you can put 3, 4 in a row and clip that to the side of your aquarium, and even just hook them up to a battery. Don't have to be hooked up to a proper power source, but you can hook them up to a battery, a USB lead, something like that, and they'll quite a volume of air they'll move, and just having that going across the surface of your tank makes quite a difference for the temperature exchange. It cools it down efficiently, it cools it down effectively, and for a long period of time. So you can just leave that on for hours at a time. It's not going to use loads of electricity or anything like that. It's not going to use loads of power. It's not going to use loads of time for you to go up and constantly be refilling bottles and stuff like that, and it will do a fairly decent job. So they would be my top tips for how to deal with the hot weather. But if money isn't an object, go and buy a cooler. So if you've got any other tips, get them in the chat, let us know. I'll read them out, I'll show you them, and we'll see if we've got anything I haven't thought of before. Mickey says he wouldn't mind getting a stream deck, but no followers, just like gadgets. It is a great little gadget, I must admit. I mean, you can, if you want to try it out and you're not sure, you can get a stream deck app on, you put it on your phone or a tablet or something like that, you can check out the functionality. I had done, it was a bit laggy and a bit, and that's why I've kind of always gone against getting a stream deck, because I'd used the app and just wasn't all that impressed. But the actual hardware thing, so much more responsive, it's perfect. So I would definitely recommend it. Any guests lined up for a live stream or an upcoming video? I have to say, no. I'm not. I mean, I'm not against the idea. If anybody knows anyone, am I just really small? Why am I so small? Let's see if I can get this somehow better. Oh. See, that's what happens. I broke everything. Apologise, it's probably killing your ears, everyone. I'm going to have to hold it now. So, any donations tonight will be going towards a new microphone and microphone stand. It kind of works. Right, I'm not going to touch it now. I'm just going to leave it there and hopefully it'll be fine. So, any guests lined up? No, but that's more down to my laziness and my inability to find any time to do anything. I'm not against having guests on. I'd love to have guests on. I keep talking about bringing on Fishman Aquatics to talk to me, because I've been on his Reese's channel. Reese and Callum have had me on there a couple of times now. Really need to get them on, because I'd like to ask them loads of questions about what it's like to run a fish shop, to work in a fish shop. I'd like to get all manner of people. I'm not very good at finding time to do these things. I'm not very good at reaching out to people and asking them things either. I know this seems strange to our man now, talking to a load of strangers on the internet, but I'm not an extrovert. I don't like reaching out to people. I'd much rather have people send me text messages or emails than phone me. Even at work, the worst thing in the world. I spend all day on the bleeding phone at work. I'll do anything to get out of a conference call. If it can be done by email, I'll try and do it by email. But yeah, I'd love to have a few different people on, and I think collaborations are really good in the YouTube world. But I always feel like I'm a bit begging, like, oh, I want to make content to make myself seem better. Please come and make my channel better. Which I know it's not what I'm doing, but it feels a bit like that. I just feel a bit dirty sometimes. But yeah, I'd love to. I might need to think about a way of approaching it. So I don't want to just do the same thing that everyone else is doing. I think Fishman Aquatics has done a brilliant thing with the Fishman chats. That's what I'd like to do, is have a bunch of different, not necessarily YouTubers as well, which I think is a really good way to go. Just people in the industry, or people with opinions. Not just other YouTubers who have more subscribers than me, and I can carve off some of their subscribers, but some of them also happen to be YouTubers. So I'd like to talk to the likes of George Farmer and have him on. I'd like to talk to your Aquarium Co-ops and your Dean from Aquarium Co-op, and I'd like to have Jimmy, that used to be, or probably still is, the behind-the-scenes videographer, editor, and talk about that kind of thing a little bit. I'd like to talk about running fish shops and the trials and tribulations of that. I'd like to talk to some women about... I'd like to talk to some women. Oh, that sounded wrong. I'd like to talk to some women in the industry to find out how much, or the differences it is for them. Because I see the treatment of them on a lot of Facebook groups and things like that, and think it's ridiculous, and totally like to give them a better platform to share their knowledge, because there's many that have much more knowledge than I do. I'd like to talk to all kinds of people. I just need to get into the headspace of asking people to do these things. But I also just want to get on with my own thing, mess about in my own fish room. So I think that answers that question. Gaffer tape and Gorilla Glue. I've only had one as well. Gaffer tape and Gorilla Glue. I can't think of anything that can't be fixed with one or the other. You're quite right, Ray. People talking about their tank setting 29 degrees, 30 degrees. But as Callum says there, we need to remember that weather happens in the wild. It does, yeah. I mean, I have people in some of my Discus groups saying, oh, my temperature's, it's gone up to 31 degrees. You're like, yeah, and perfectly fine for Discus. Not fine if you've made some compromises and you're keeping some fish in there that aren't tolerant of the warmer weather. But even then, it's fine for a few days. I mean, it's been hot this week. I've got my trusty air conditioner keeping me happy. I'd probably be dead if it wasn't for this thing. But it's been hot this week. It's now Friday night and it's not hot anymore. I've not had the air conditioner on today, really. So the fish can handle it for a while. Another fishy question. Do I have any experience of keeping Severums? Do you think they deserve the poor man's Discus rep they get? I mean, I've always heard of Waru being the poor man's Discus. But yeah, I've heard, I guess Severums would fit into that category. So the answer is no, I haven't kept them. I probably would like to, though, because I think they're really interesting fish. Some of the strains of Severums are definitely up there. The ones, now I can't remember, is it the red-shouldered ones? Red-shouldered green Severums, or something along those lines. Very, very pretty fish, and I think would look good in a big group. And as Freshwater Ichthyology says there, my tanks are always set at 28 and I have Venturi attachments for the externals chucking extra oxygen in. Yeah, so anything that you can break the surface of the water, get it really churning there, that helps get the heat out as well. And always remember that the hotter it is, the less oxygen there is. So the heat isn't the thing that will kill them, it's the oxygen being stripped out. Another benefit of the heat. That's why people with Discus never have ick or white spot. You know, it's much harder to get ick and white spot if you have a hot and warmer aquarium. There we go. Most South American fishies will experience high temperatures in the wild, as will any subtropical Asian species. Most places in the wild will get hot at most times. So if you've got a tropical fish, it's probably going to be able to adapt. Am I not on Big Head? No, I am. I'm all right. Oh, here's a link to the one I purchased. I can't see the link there. Alpine Solutions cooler. Let's have a look at that and see if we can find it. Oh, that's the wrong button. Sterner. I've never heard of that. Can't find it on the Alpine Solutions site. Cooler, chiller sometimes they're called, aren't they? Is it a chiller? Yeah, so you'll often see them as marine tanks. My God, they aren't cheap. So I've definitely seen cheaper ones than this. And if you have an old under-counter fridge, in fact, let me show you this. So here's an example of a marine chiller. I think if you put the word marine in front of anything, you can automatically add on 100 quid. But they're basically fridges, and they pass the water through a big massive coil that chills the water and spits it back out at the right temperature. Absolutely perfect for what you want in this weather. But I think you can get them cheaper than that if you look around. But I haven't had the chance to have quite the look. Callum says, I got into breeding, how would I go about selling them? It's difficult these days. So in the olden days, like 3 or 4 years ago, you could sell fish on Facebook, and everybody that was on Facebook could buy and sell fish, and that was great. Now they've all moved away to band and things like that. So if you join some groups and ask some people about It's usually species specific, but I found that there's a lot fewer people on band because the only reason you go there is to buy or sell fish, whereas on Facebook you're there to do all the other Facebook stuff, and you could just do that on the side. So you've got your local fish clubs. If they're still operating and doing auctions, they might be starting back up again. That's a good place to sell or swap fish, if nothing else. eBay, you've always got eBay. You've got any local fish shops might take them in, but check with them first. Often you'll get store credit or something like that rather than cash, and don't expect a lot because they have a bricks and mortar shop to pay for, so they need to make their own profit. That's the kind of main places that start up your own website and sell them that way. But realise, technically, you need a license to be able to sell fish. So just be careful, I guess is the way to look at it. There you go. You should reach out to Dean at Aquarium Adventures, see as he bought your merch. I should, shouldn't I? And he would be really good because he's got lots of knowledge. I don't know. I'm quite happy doing public speaking. I'm quite happy speaking to board rooms and all that kind of stuff, and no problem there. But when you're speaking to somebody about your hobby, I'm always a bit like. I remember the first time I met George Farmer. I didn't meet him. I was down at Aqua Telford and he was there, I think, as part of Tropica or something like that. No, it was for someone else. He was there. But anyway, I was kind of sidling up to him like a little fanboy going, I love your work. Bye. And he ran away. And thankfully, the next time I spoke to him, he didn't remember that, so we're all right. So yeah, I'm terrible with people. I think that's the way to look at it. Is there any fish stores you're looking to go to you like the look of? Yes, I do like doing fish store tours. So obviously I've not really done any in the last couple of years. I think the last one I did was obviously Fishman Aquatics. I took my camera around there and we did a little bit of a tour there. But some of my most popular videos are me doing fish store tours. I'd love to go back to Sustainable Aquatics in Rotherham. Every time I go in there, I'm always impressed with the cleanliness. I'm always impressed with the information that's out, because they have all these boards up now where, like, if it's Discus they're selling, it'll be facts about Discus, and every time I go in it's different, so they change it and they're constantly updating it, whereas it's not something they write once and then 6 years later the same thing's still there. It's always little tidbits of information, and I don't want to say even I learn some stuff, but yeah, I learn some stuff. I don't expect to learn things necessarily by going to visit my local fish shop. But yeah, Wharf Aquatics. I've still never been to Pier Aquatics. Or did I go there? No, I don't think I did go there. Wharf Aquatics, I really like that place. I'd like to go back there. Yeah, I'd like to go and visit a few places, and I think it's really useful as well because I generally don't tell the stores that I'm coming. I mean, with obviously Fishman Aquatics, they knew I was coming and they knew I was filming. With the Sustainable Aquatics over in Rotherham, I did ask in advance if it was alright because I knew they were only just opening. But quite often I'll take my tiny little camera and I'll just wander around and have a look at things and do some commentary in the background, or maybe just add it in afterwards. And I think it helps. If you're a good fish shop, it helps because it's free advertising, if nothing else. I don't know why they wouldn't want you to be there unless they're not a good fish shop. But if they're not a good fish shop, I tend to just not post the video unless something went horrifically wrong. There you go. Callum says, I've got Dean's contact if you need it. Yeah. I just don't know how I would start that conversation. Aquarium Analytics in. Haven't been able to join the streams lately. Been very busy on Fridays. That's quite alright. I assumed as soon as the pubs opened, my viewership would drop right back down. But it stayed up not too bad. I'm always available if you want an irreverent older person, Graham. Hey, you're not that old, are you? I'll get you on to tell some ghost stories. If you've been following our subscriber of Sharpie's Models in Aquatics, clicked on one of your videos the other day, going, I wonder what this ghost fish he's talking about. It wasn't a fish at all, but you can go and have a look. It's about time we did another giveaway, don't you think? Joel Corvus Oskin would be fun. Yes, I rarely disagreed with anything he said, and I quite like his streams as well. Again, it's just I need to come up with an idea of. It's something I always say to people. I don't want to say I don't get hundreds, but I get lots of people reaching out to me saying, "Oh, I'm starting a YouTube channel. Could we collaborate?" And I go, "Well, what do you mean? Do what?" Silence. Never hear from them again. Whereas I get some from people say, "I've got this idea. We could do this thing, or let's have a joke, or could you help me?" I think I've done a couple where I've given them like the top 5 Discus keeping tips and all that kind of stuff. I think you need to have some kind of engaging idea rather than just coming, I want to collaborate. You're like, okay, like what? Whatever. You need to have an idea, and I just don't have a good enough idea to make it worthwhile for both people. I think that's the way to look at it. Oh yeah, Callum showing off all his contacts. Yep, Nathan Hill would be interesting to talk to. There's a few people that I've read articles from, I've been following for a while. I'm rubbish with names as well, so I can never remember their names. I'd really like to speak to that guy in Nottingham who's like turned his basement into a fish tank. That would be good. You're right. Waru is such a good word, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can get down to the bottom of the... Right, okay, so we are going to do another giveaway. So, shall we spin the wheel first, or shall we pick the winner first? I never know what to do first. Let's go on small face. So, mods, everyone available to win. The keyword this time is going to be... I don't know why I did that. I watched a video earlier that said you should change your camera scene every 3 minutes maximum. Jack Heathcote, that's the name, yes. Jennifer's on the wine. She's gone off the wine, but gone onto the vodka. That's the way to do it. Right, we need a word. Come on, Courtney, you're usually good with the words. What shall we put in as the word? So I pour myself a little top up. Oh, my ice cubes have all stuck together. Hopefully that hasn't deafened anyone. Anybody want to suggest a word? Waru, Stream Deck. I'm going to rule yours out, Rob, since you spelt it wrong. Stream Deck, there you go. Okay. S-T-R-E-A-M-D-E-C-K. That's the word. If you want to win, remember all the rules. You have to be a human. You have to live in the world. You have to want it. You have to be willing to tell me where you live. I did have a conversation with someone a couple of weeks ago where they were like, I won my stickers, but I don't really want to share my address with someone on the internet. And I'm like, alright, I'm going to find it very hard to send you the stickers if you don't tell me where you live. Which is fine. I don't mind if you think I'm a weirdo on the internet and don't want to tell me where you live, but I won't be able to send you a prize unless you do, unless you want to set up a PO box or something like that. Which seems a bit extreme just to win some stickers. I'm happy to tell you my address and you can come and collect them from me or something like that. Right, we've got 9 eligible users so far. I should probably do all my admin now. So, if this is your first time here, we sometimes talk about aquarium related stuff and fishy stuff. I'd really appreciate it if you click the like button. If you want to show some support, you can do the join button, which is down there somewhere. or you can give a super chat. All money will be reinvested in a new microphone stand. If you want to just click the subscribe button, that'll help me out. Even if you don't want to do that, if you can't be bothered to do that, click one of my videos, just watch a video. That's all I ask. I mean, I do take a couple of hours out of my busy week every Friday to ramble nonsensically here for a couple of hours. So watching a video, that's the least I can ask for, surely. It'd be funny if that person had ordered from your website. Oh, do you know, I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but the worst thing you can do is send me an email to say, you've already got my address. I'm like, you've gone to the trouble of sending me an email, you may as well write your address in it. I then have to close down the email, open up my website, log into my website, search for your name through all the orders, make sure that it's actually you because you've only told me your name's Dave or something like that. And are you the Dave from Reading? Or are you the Dave from Sheffield? Are you the Dave from... Just tell me where you live in an email. Then, next day I can go into the emails and sort it all out. Do I want the Stream Deck XL yet? I don't think I do want that yet. Well, I probably will by next week, but I'm quite happy with the... I've only just managed to fill up the... What is this one? 15 keys? I'm sure as I find more features and things, I'll want another one. But I guess I can put on folders and multi-actions and all that kind of stuff. So even if you won earlier, like Fishbank there, yeah, get in again. You might win something better. Right, last few minutes. This is not to win the Stream Deck. That's just the word. Yeah, Fishbank. If you want your prize, you have to send me an email. Even if you've already sent me an email. If you win this one as well, you have to send me another email saying, I've won this one too. I'm sorry, I'm just very lazy, I guess is the word. I want to have my workflow to be go through all the emails of the people who've won stuff, because I have to buy the stickers, I have to buy the postage, put it on the sticker, put it on the thing. And if I have to then spend 10 minutes searching for your address, it just infuriates me. I'm so sorry. Right, are we ready? I think we're going to... I'll need to put my headphones on again so as I can hear the drum roll. Oh, this mic is all kinds of wrong. I'm going to have to do lots of sound stuff later. Right, are we ready to roll? Are we ready to roll, people? What do we think? And the winner is... Chris Silver! Congratulations, Chris. You have won. Now, let's find out what you should have won. No, what you actually won. Okay, so congratulations, Chris. Let's see what you're going to win. 3, 2, 1, let's spin it. One button. So happy. You've won a sticker pack. Oh, I'm sorry. Wah, wah, wah. Ah, there. There's a new button. I need to put that one on. Right, let's pick another winner, shall we? Seeing as that was only a sticker. Don Ransom. Right, Don, I'm cancelling you because you've had too many prizes. No. Right, let's go back then. Don, what are you going to win this time? You're challenging Kaylee for the the biggest winner of all the winners. You've won a pen, right? If you want your pen, you know the deal. Send me an email. One more. Little face. That's what we want. And... Mickey's won a prize! Mickey's never won a prize. He always thinks it's rigged against him. Right, Mickey, what are you going to win? Let's go back to Big Face. And spin the wheel. It's a sticker pack. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Sorry, Mickey. But although hopefully you should have, you should either already have or it's on the way, a t-shirt, a mod t-shirt or polo or whatever it was you asked for. So that's a couple of prizes. We'll do more, don't worry. How would you fill the buttons of a large one? I'm sure I'd find a way. Yeah, it would be difficult. These are the people that probably put their address and date of birth on Facebook as well. I know. There you go. As Jennifer says, if you're a winner, send me an email. Graham at Aquarium Adventures. It's up there. So it's there all the time. I don't mind if you spam me. No, I do. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, send me an email if you want a prize and we'll get there. Doodle-doo. I do need a PA. I don't know how you could be my PA remotely though. I need someone sat here pressing buttons and reading things because I can't multitask to save my life. Right, remember, any more fishy questions, get them in the chat. Everyone's saying congratulations. So we've got... Oh, I've not been writing them down. I'm going to have to rely on your email. So if you don't send me an email, I'm not going to chase you up. So it's down to you. Yeah, as Simon says, she'll only be available for a few months and then she'll be busy for the next 18 years. By the time the baby is 18, the normal age to live with your parents will be 84. I know. I don't think my kids will ever leave home. Where did we get to? Yeah, Mickey, stop complaining. You never win anything now. It's only some stickers, but at least you won something. I'm not just trying to get rid of stickers, but I must admit, I'm going to do a few giveaways tonight. I don't want to financially ruin myself, so stickers do have a bit of a waiting because they've got bigger wedges. Here we go, fishy question. What would you recommend to prevent green water? I've been battling with it for a few weeks now. Tank was fine before, also doing regular water changes, but no difference. So the only time I've really had green water myself was when I hadn't done water changes and the tank was in the view of the window, or the window was directly in it. And I got rid of it by doing water changes. I know people swear by, especially pond people will swear by UV bulbs. I've never found, so this tank here has a UV hang-on back filter from All Pond Solution with an UV bulb in it. So there's that one over there. They've never had green water, but they've had plenty of algae. I did have one of the All Pond Solutions external filters, the one that was a bit like Trigger's Broom, but I also had one that had the UV, 9-volt UV in it. I just don't think they're powerful enough, so you could try running like a pond level UV one. But other than that, just bigger water changes more often would be the cheap way to do it. Oh, mod garments are coming out next week, so you can all get excited that you'll get your... And I want some pictures of all my mods wearing all their new garb. Unfortunately, no cock ones have gone out yet. That's a special... Is that just a special one for my birthday present? That must have been quite hard to do, Phil. Maybe I should get Phil on to tell us all about embroidering and sticker making, because I'm well impressed with that. Look how cool that looks. It's been 3 minutes. I need to change scene. So now you can all see what I see. Has this one got... Oh, I've not got the comments on this scene. Let me just add them in. There you go. Fozilla says, is it your birthday? It was. It was very recently. So it was my birthday on Wednesday. I'm now 175 years old. I'll soon be as old as I look. But yes, it is my birthday. So because it's my birthday, I'm giving away lots of things. Jab's in. Jab 1609. You've missed a couple of giveaways already. But there will be more, don't worry. Well, pardon me. Oh, you do want a misspelled one if I have any left. I do have some left, so I can definitely do a misspelled sticker. A misspelled sticker. Oh, got a few of these. Spot the deliberate mistake, anyone? Sorry, Phil, I know I've agreed not to bring this up again, but people really like them. So I've got a few of these collector's item stickers that we can give them away as well. If you want a collector's item sticker and you win a prize tonight, let me know. I will send that out to you. Leaving home was the best thing I ever did, along with getting married. I'm glad you added that. Everyone said I would never be able to afford it, never be able to make it cope or make it work. Kind of the same. So I moved out when I was 18, I think. Was I 18? I must have been. Yeah, I was 18. And the best bit of advice I got from, I think it was my uncle, was get Sky TV. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's really expensive. Why would I do that? Because at least when you're stuck in every night because you've got no money, you'll have something to watch. And it kind of made sense because, yeah, I've got my own house. I wasn't going out to the clubs every weekend. So it's tough when you move out quite young, but if you want it hard enough and you want it enough, you'll make it work, won't you? Right, where did we get to? Sorry. Have to call the fish police on Jab. When kids do leave home, it'll only be a few years until the parents need to move in with them. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the biggest reasons for having 3 kids is to make sure at least one of them will be able to look after me when I'm old. I just need to make it to that age so they can look after me. There you go. Maybe I had some high expectations for UV for aquariums. The UV for aquariums is usually really weak. It will only work for green water and not other algae. Same with ponds. So yeah, maybe that's the way to go. Get one of these ones, try it. In fact, send you that one if you want. Make it a prize. Aquarium Adventures, do you use a circulation pump in planted tanks? I'm getting conflicting advice. So the answer to that one is yes and no. So I have I had several planted tanks. So my big Discus planted tank, it has had a circulation pump, which has since died. But even without that, the pump strength moves the water quite a lot within that. And that's probably one of my best, most successful planted tanks. In some of the smaller tanks, again, a mix of having little wave makers and little pumps just to circulate water. I usually do it if I'm using CO2 especially, I will use that because I'll place it above the diffuser so that it bashes the CO2 bubbles more around the tank and gives them more chance to dissolve before they reach the surface. I'm trying to think why you would say you don't want to use circulation pumps in planted tanks. Pardon me, I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't want to use it, because if nothing else, it distributes your fertilizers better, it stops you getting dead spots in your aquarium, it makes sure that the plants are stronger by having a little bit of movement in the plants. So, I mean, I'm not an expert, maybe this is the type of question to go for someone like George Farmer rather than me, but I would say yes. But I'm prepared to be wrong. The sooner those misspelt ones are gone, the better. Maybe I'll send them out 10 at a time.
I just realised what you've done there. Sooner they're gone, the belter. Oh, I do apologise. I think they're one of your best marketing strategies ever, Phil. Everyone's talking about these. I'm getting a lot of people who have been kicked out at various ages. So we've got Sharpies was kicked out at 18. Chris was kicked out at 15. I wasn't kicked. Well, no, I wasn't kicked out. I bought my own house when I was 18. But most people, well, there you go. So there's a comment. I moved out at uni for 18. Most people, I was going to say, lots of people will go to uni or college and they'll move out then, won't they? Oh, squeaky voice there. I don't know if it's mostly, I don't know if it's a Scottish thing, but most of my friends who went to uni stayed at home, whereas most of my friends in England who went to uni all moved away. So I don't know if it's an English-Scottish thing where if you're in England you want to move away to go to uni, whereas Scotland most of them stayed. But then again, I did grow up in Glasgow and some of the best unis were in Glasgow or around Glasgow. But even the folk that went to Stirling and things like that, they all stayed at home. But I never went to uni. I took a summer job. I'm still doing it now. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Move the parents out and keep the house. Right. This is what I worry about. Kids already deciding what to do with us when we're old and decrepit. I'm not sure how old they're going to let me go before they ship me off somewhere else. So Chris has. It's more because the fish that don't like the fast flow. I mean, if there are fish in the tank then that don't like fast flow, then yeah, don't use a circulation pump. Oh, such a squeaky voice. I don't know if that's coming across on the microphone. Pardon me. Oh, I should have done that. So yes, if your fish don't like fast flow, that would be a reason not to use a circulation pump. But there's a difference between a circulation pump and something that pins them to the side of the tank because it's so fast. You can usually get a happy medium. See, so what Rebecca's saying here is people don't use circulation pump in planted tanks because it causes CO2 to diffuse out the water faster. How true that is, not sure. I vigorously believe that's not true. And have had arguments to that degree. And usually won those arguments. I've no idea if anyone can still hear me because all this thing keeps doing is breaking. There was people buying me a microphone stand for my birthday. I didn't need a stream deck. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I didn't need a stream deck. I needed a new mic. Right, I apologise for all this horrible noise I'm about to make, but I need to get this in the general vicinity. It's because when you have a circulation pump, if you have CO2, if you think about it like this, you have CO2. The ideal with CO2 is to diffuse all the CO2, which is a gas, so it comes out in the form of bubbles. The idea is to diffuse it as much as possible before it hits the surface, because if that bubble of CO2 hits the surface, it pops and goes into the atmosphere, not into the water. So why you have things like diffusers or reactors, which are even better, they exist to make that bubble spend more time in the water so that it diffuses in the water rather than letting it escape out into the atmosphere. So if you use a circulation pump which hits, so if you imagine that being the diffuser here and the bubbles are escaping from this and flowing up to the top and they pop at the top, if you have a pump hitting those bubbles here, which is pushing them along or down, they're travelling further in the water and spending more time underwater before they get back to the top and release into the atmosphere, therefore being more efficient. What people are saying is, oh no, what you're doing there is you're blowing them to the top faster. Well, if you aim your pump from underneath towards that, then yes, but I would argue you're a moron rather than anything else. You're trying to keep the flow to keep the bubbles underwater as long as possible. And that's why diffusers are good, because lots of small bubbles will diffuse faster. A reactor is better because that smashes all those bubbles and gets them to mix with the water even faster. And therein ends my lecture on CO2 diffusion. So again, I could still be wrong, but that's why. I don't know where that wheezing was coming from. It's gone now. So, sorry, I saw one from there. Mickey says, using the flow to distribute the CO2 around the tank. I mean, that's perfect for me. Don't know if it's correct, but it's working for me. So you're in the massive pile of people who say it works for you. There you go. Green Aqua always have circulation in their planted tanks. And they always have very nice planted tanks, so can't go wrong. I don't know why I made that noise all of a sudden. I'm very sorry. It was completely coincidental that the mic dropped itself when I said I won those arguments. Graham was so right, the mic dropped itself, exactly. I didn't mean that. Hey, happy Friday, Graham. Maple Street Aquatics is in the house. Good evening, sir. We're doing some giveaways. Shall we do another one? Why not? Let me just quickly get down. Have we had a house news yet, says Courtney. We haven't had a house news, and there isn't any house news to give me, so I'll give a very small update as we do the next giveaway. I think the word has picked itself. Just to show off to Maple Street Aquatics. I've got 2 cameras now. Yay! I'm showing off. Don't know why I did that. The word is going to be wheeze. If you want to win a thing, it's wheeze. WHEEZE. I have not replaced you. You're still very much needed. You just can't make noises like this. Or this. Don't know why you would want to make noises like that, but there you go. So, usual rules. If you want to win a thing, you have to be a person, live in the world. If you don't live in the UK, I'm not paying your postage, so you have to pay your postage. You have to be willing to tell me where you live and email me that information. There you go. 5 rules. Is that right? Yeah. And then we'll send you some stuff. We'll do a new rule for this one. If it lands on stickers, no more stickers. Can I take stickers out? I wonder. There must be a way to do that. Let me try this. And also we'll do some admin. Remember, hit like on your way in or your way out. If you want to join the channel, that will give me a few pennies that I can then go and buy a proper microphone stand. If you want to do none of those things, just watch a video. That would be very much appreciated. And now I can't... Lost the ability to think. What was I doing there? I was trying to get rid of stickers, wasn't I? Streamlabs, that's the one. Yeah, so click that subscribe button if you haven't already clicked it. Oh, lost it. Oh, ho, he, ho. Click the subscribe button, click the join button, click the super chat button, the super sticker button, all the buttons, any of the buttons. I don't really mind which ones you pick. Just click a button. Widgets, there we go. Spin wheel. Can we get rid of stickers without screwing everything up? No. Right, if it lands on stickers this time, we'll just do it again. How about that? Oh, how did that come from? That's a better name. Nipple feet asthmatics. Right, lots of wheezing going on. So, are we ready to pick a winner? I don't need to make the sounds with my mouth now. I can just press the button. Ready to roll it. Jab, 1609. Right, Jab. Let's go back to Big Face. Oh, we've had a donation. I don't have a noise for donations. Thank you very much, Chris. We've had I'm sure I saw something. How to press that button. There we go. A contribution to your mic stank. Thank you very much. I do need that. It seems to be holding now, but I don't want to touch it just in case. Anyway. No, excellent. Thank you very much. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing now. Jab, you've won a thing. We don't know what thing you've won. So I'm going to press this button here and see if it works on... Is it going to work on this screen? No. I'm going to add spin. There we go. Now if I press this button, that didn't work. And what you could have won as well. Oh well. Right, just it was stickers. Sorry. I'll wait for that to reset. Are all my mods defecting now to... What was it? Nipple feet asthmatics. Right, sorry. Cut and ready. We'll spin this wheel. See what Jab's going to win. I've put this on the wrong side now. You have won a goodie bag. Right, that's not a sticker. Excellent. Right, Jab's won a goodie bag. Congratulations, Jab. We're going to go back to this one, though. Have another go. Let's see who's going to win what. Rob Barry, you've won a thing. You've won a thing, Rob. Congratulations. Let's go back here and see what thing you've won. So easy. I'm so happy. You've won a polo or a t-shirt. Oh, what can't you see? Have I not been showing you something? Sorry, have I broke something? Or am I back now? Right, Rob, you've won a thing. You've won a t-shirt or a polo. All you have to do is email that address and say, I won a thing, and tell me what you want. So you can go on my website, aquariumadventures.co.uk. I need to take these off so I can hear myself, and this is very strange. aquariumadventures.co.uk, merch, or shop/merch. Go and have a look at the t-shirts, pick the one that you like, and email me and tell me. Did I see your Stream Deck idea? I don't think I did. Let me go back a little bit. There's got to be a way where you can order it by user, so I can just look at all Callum's comments. In fact, I can do that over here, can't I? Don't like it. No, I don't think I did see your Streamlabs idea. Or your Stream Deck idea. Stream Deck to run auto water changes on tanks. I could probably do that. I can do that by saying Amazon-based electronic assistant do a water change, and it'll turn off the pump. It'll turn on my what's the word I'm looking for? Pump, I guess. Other pump to spit the water out. So as long as I get all the hoses in the right place, it'll turn off the main sump pump. It'll turn on the other pump to pump the water out from the sump. I do have to manually put in the fill line, I suppose, but I had a big box out in the backyard in the lost power of speech. I had a big box where I would have 200 litres of water that was warming, and I had an air stone constantly keeping it going. That had another pump in it that if I put the hose back in, it would fill it up and it would do all that. So it would flip with timings, because with Alexa you can put in, run this pump for 4 minutes, run this pump for 5 minutes. So I dialed it in perfectly, so I could just say, do a water change, and it would do it. I could definitely tie that into a button on the Stream Deck. Maybe that's a new video idea. Definitely going to do that. Oh, you didn't see the Kaylee wheel showing Jab's win? Oh, sorry. Why not? That should have worked. Well. I don't know how to fix that now. Did I say what you want? Because I've already forgot. I'll need to go back and have a look over this. This is going well, isn't it? Sorry. You won a goodie bag. Yes, I know you won a goodie bag. Excellent. Thank you, Jennifer. You keep us right. And I don't pay my mods, but I am getting you all a t-shirt. So that's kind of payment. And if we ever get to meet up in the wild, I'll definitely get the first round in, if nothing else. Was I just humming Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? I don't think I was. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the comments. I definitely want to get a group photo with everyone. Maybe I can Photoshop Mickey's shirt into like an Everton shirt or something like that to really piss him off. I've obviously missed something, because that sounds like you're talking about crumpets. I don't know where we went with that one. Right, I reckon we've got a few minutes left. Oh, it's only 10:30. I want to try and at least keep it randomly minor. What's the word I'm looking for? A tiny bit of this, a little bit fishy. I know we've done some CO2 stuff. So I will now entertain any more fishy questions as well as any more random tangent questions while I have another little Jim Beam. So I'll probably slurring the answers to these next few words. But it's my birthday and I don't care. And my wife got me this, so I'm allowed to drink it. Oh, we've got another super chat. Don't know why that amuses me so much. Let me find it. Simon Harding with the $9.99 super chat. So there we go. I think we might have bought a new mic stand already. I'm going to have to go on Amazon and see how much mic stands cost. Scott asks if I'm going to be singing this week. No, singing costs a fortune. I got a copyright strike for my rendition of Under the Sea last week. I assumed I was going to get a copyright strike because I played the song to listen to it before I tried to play it on the guitar. But when you get a copyright strike, they send you the email saying, "Oh, you've used copyright music. Disney has claimed this. Sorry, you're not getting any money from this stream." And I was a bit like, "Oh, fair enough. I did play the song during the stream." But they show you the bit that they're claiming, and the bit that they were claiming wasn't me listening to the song. It was me singing the song afterwards. And there's no way to construe my singing as being anywhere near exact enough to be anywhere near good enough to be the real thing. So that tickled me no end. Anyway, so no more singing this week, I don't think. Oh, there you go, as he says on the very next comment. Get another copyright strike. Oh, there's new questions on Discord. Right, let's see if we can get Discord up. How do we do that? Come on. Stop being a pain. So, let's give everyone a tour of Discord, shall we? So, this is my view of the Discord server. And as you can see, here's the Aquarium Adventures channel, and down here we have all kinds of things. So when you first stop in, you can read the rules. There aren't that many. And then there's the text channel, so live stream topic ideas. Now you can watch man reads Discord trying to find the bit that we're talking about. So how do you do water changes when there's a hose pipe ban? I think you just don't use a hose pipe. And then we've got Courtney bullying Mickey again because of his football team. There's some fishy questions in here. Oh god, the fish stuff's moved on a pace. Right, I can't, I'm not fast enough to keep up with that at the moment. There was live stream topic ideas. There's some new questions, was there? Oh, repairs to tanks. Is that the one? I remember thinking about that one. Repairs to tanks. Should I repair it or get a new tank if you've got chips, cracks, and the like? In my world, it depends very much on whether or not your better half knows about it. So if you've seen any of my videos, I've got one tank in my fish room that I literally split straight in half, right down the middle of the face of the tank, and it just lay empty for ages. So I thought, oh, that's buggered, I'm never going to be able to fix that. And then I thought, as a video, I'll do a test of, this is why you shouldn't repair tanks, and you should just get a new pane of glass. And I just physically pressed the glass together, and then siliconed it on both sides. So put some masking tape down, ran a bead of silicone down the crack on both sides, smoothed it out, and that's been 8-9 months now. I'm still waiting for it to leak. Been full. I've pressed it, I've moved it around. It's absolutely fine. It looks horrendous, obviously, because it's got a big bead of silicone down the middle of the front of the tank, but it's holding perfectly. I've got a tank that I used for a sump for many years that I must have smashed it 5 or 6 times in various different places. I've got a tank that I used I tried to drill it, but I forgot to take the hammer setting off, so it just went and just shattered into 1,000 pieces. I'm still using that tank for a holding tank for something in the fish room. So I'm very much, and I don't know if it's a Scotsman in me, but I'm very much repair, and reuse. But that's because I've got a fish room and I'm a cheapskate, and I want to get as many tanks as I can in the fish room, and I don't care that they don't look nice. But if it was my display tank, anything other than the base, so if the base got a crack, I'd happily put in another layer on top of it and silicone that, and it'd be fine because you'd be covering it with sand and substrate anyway. But yeah, if it's not a display tank, repair it, it'll be fine. It's not that hard, it's not that difficult. If it's a nice tank, replace. That would be where I'd go for. Hope that makes sense. Who to ship live fish with in the UK? I think the only people that have got a license to be a live fish carrier are APC. But you can ship, depending on... I use Royal Mail to ship most of my fish. I just make sure I use the next day delivery one. And I've not had any issues yet. But if it's a big order, I would go with APC probably. You're not wrong. So, how to change water whilst there's a hose pipe ban? Yeah, just don't use a hose. Hose pipe ban is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. And it's only because your neighbours grass you in if you're watering your lawn. It doesn't. If you do it in your house, it's fine. So I don't use hose pipe, for instance. I use the little, what do they call, water line. Different to hose pipe. They're not banned. But yeah, if you need to do it for animal welfare, that would be my argument if somebody had a problem with it. Oh, there's a good idea. One of them keyring things that does, like, you can record the sound effects. I'll need to look into that. Canny Aquatics, how many years young are you? Would you like to know my date of birth, mother's maiden name, anything else? I don't know. I hate this game. I was going to say, oh, I'll let people guess and that can be the prize for the next one. But every time people do that, it's like 65, 70. Like, you bunch of... Who to ship live fish within the UK? Even more specific. APC still. I've done that. I have. Yeah, I've not had that much to drink. Case in point. Graham is 44. Yeah, I had to think about that. Ashley Pritherich. Let's see. Where's your question? Oh, that's the one I've just answered. I'm sorry, I'm a bit behind. That's what I'm hoping to do in the new house. So house news, there is no house news. Still in the same place we were last week. But yeah, the amount of waste the water that I'll have from my tanks, will be able to get that out in the garden and make it all proper lush. I was going to ask you about that. So Sharpie's selling his water change water as like a extra fertile water. How's that business plan going? I can't believe anyone would buy it, but if you can make that work, wow. Oh, I should show you this. I don't know if this will work, but if you remember a few weeks ago I showed you my tomato plant cutting. Look at the size of that thing. And that's from wastewater from my aquarium. And there's a tomato there. First ever tomato plant I've actually got to grow a tomato. Then I've got my chili plant here as well. That's coming on too. So that is a really good... If you want to use that as evidence, John, in your sales spiel, to say, Graham grew his first ever tomato plant using aquarium wastewater. It's the first time he's ever managed to get an actual tomato to grow by using aquarium wastewater. Big face. Everything's gone up. The price of glass, price of wood. I was telling you about me ripping out a shower earlier. Yeah, plywood. Plywood. When did that get as good as gold? A lot of people moving on from APC because they're charging £40 a box. Wow. Yep, that would be my stance as well. Animal welfare trumps the ban. I mean, the hosepipe ban, when you look at the wording of it, it's about using mains water to water your garden and things like that. It doesn't mean you're not allowed to use hose pipes for things you need to use hose pipes for. So get them sawed off. Oh, key rings with Aquarium Adventure logos available. Well, I need to get some of them. I need to look into the voice recording ones as well. You local Austin, I'm enjoying how much you like your sounds. I'm enjoying them too. Oh, did anyone see the F1 driver that owns Fish too? So cool. Now, there would be a live stream guest. Callum, have you got any contacts for them? You should get them on Fishman Chats. £10p per litre for used fish tank water. God, I get through about 200 litres a week. I could be rich. It's a good idea with tomato plants to support the branches that are carrying tomatoes. Not sure how, but I was told to do that too. I have kind of attached that branch to the bamboo pole that it's on. I'm now turning this into a gardening channel. So, Gardening with Ben, are you in here? Maybe you can give me some tips. So there is a channel called Gardening with Ben, who's one of my ex-colleagues. You can go and check out his channel. He'll give you lots of gardening tips. But I might need to reach out to him to how to propagate these properly, because it's a bit of a behemoth of a plant, this thing. This is what my kids are worrying about. Will the tomato taste like a mouth of aquarium water? They're like, I'm not eating those tomatoes. It'll taste like fish poop. Oh, I'm going to need to find out who's this F1 driver then that keeps fish. Mabalsa Ritchie. I almost fell for it. Well, obviously I did fall for it because I said it out loud, didn't I? Callum says, DIXI Rect has a question. Haha. I've only had 3 pints of Jim Beam. I'm not going to fall for these so easily. Dial Doy has a question. I've not seen these questions come in. Right, 15 minutes to go. I don't know why I say that. There's no time limit on this. Shall we do another giveaway? To thank you all for supporting me through this time of no videos or time to make videos, and turning up for this rambling nonsense every week. Let's do another giveaway. Boom. Nope, missed the button. That's why that didn't work. This time, I think we're going to go with nonsense. 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 Because that's all I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. Same rules. Be a person. Live in the world. Pay the postage if you're not in the UK. Subscribe. At least subscribe if you want to win a prize. I'd really like it if you told some people. That's always good. Lily Loft is joining us, so no doubt she'll win the giveaway. First comment. Second comment. Yep, anyone can win. Even if you've already won one. Doesn't matter. We're in the giveaway spirit at the moment. I talk nonsense, so we might as well make it the word. And it's a nice way that I can give back to the community that gives me so much. I enjoy my Friday night live streams where I get to sit here and talk bollocks talk. That doesn't really work when I say it and then mute it, does it? Talk nonsense for a while and you all listen to me. So We've got a whole new world here, Lily. You've missed so much. I can make noises. I can do drum rolls. I can tell bad jokes. I need to get more noises because I've got about 4 and we've kind of used them to death now. Oh, maybe I could share a picture while we're waiting. So explain yourself, Callum. What's going on here? Is this the Fishman band starting up? Do you want me to come over and play the start of the 4 songs that I know the start of? Fishman Aquatics has officially got Crocs. I just wanted to be able to use my sound effect again. Right, are we all typing in nonsense? Right, let's get rid of that. We've got 17 eligible users. We've got 37 people in, and only 31 likes. Come on, people. Not that hard, is it? Just click the like button. It's going to cost me a fortune in t-shirts and hoodies and things. You could at least just click like. I'm on the wrong button now. Is everyone subscribed? Good question, Courtney. Pardon me. Right, I think that's enough. Oh, I need to get the headphones out so I can hear the drum roll. Who's going to win this one? Is it going to be... It's Carrie-Anne Durant. Woo. Right, big face. Right, Carrie-Anne, let's see what you're going to win. And press the spin button. Stickers. Stickers. It's stickers this time. You're getting stickers. Goodie bag. Right, Carrie-Anne Durant, you have won a goodie bag. Congratulations. So, like usual, email me at this address, graham@aquariumadventures.co.uk. Tell me where you live. Tell me, that's all you need to tell me, that you want what you won. And we'll send some stuff out to you. You can even get some, I'll give you some stickers and stuff in there as well, because we did that a few times. Right, last 10 minutes. Let's have a few more questions, and we'll try and get one more giveaway in. Do you think we can get another? I'm sure we can. That's what I like to see. Lily had her hoodie on while at Tesco's. I can't wait for the day that I think if I give away enough t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that, I'll eventually bump into somebody wearing one. DJ Graham on the deck. Definitely. It's my favourite button. Yeah, I want to get to the day where I bump into someone wearing my merch. I think that'd be hilarious. I really need to just start giving it to people I know, so I've got more chance of bumping into someone that'll be wearing it. Anyway, congratulations, Carrie. Send me the email, let me know, and we'll send you some stuff. A goodie bag full of stickers. Yeah. We did get a few stickers there, so I'll include stickers in that one as well. So we're at the point of the night where I'm now relying on you guys, because let's be honest, I didn't prepare any stuff for this tonight. But yeah, I'm totally reliant on you asking me questions or trying to catch me out in some Dixie enormous type stuff. And as the chief moderator says, if you didn't win anything tonight, you can always go and buy some fish food or buy some merch. And that will help me enormously, because then I'll be able to I was going to say I'll be able to make more videos, but it won't help me able to make more videos unless all of you tell 100 people, and then all those 100 people all buy fish food and merch at once. Then I might be able to make some more videos because I'll be able to retire. But yeah, it all helps enormously. I can buy replacement things for my creaky mic stand, get some new lights, all that kind of stuff, make things better, get a bigger stream deck with more buttons and more noises. Alright, I've now got comments everywhere and I can't keep up with them. Am I on big face? Yes, I am. There we go, there's a question. What's the biggest tank you have ever owned? It's probably my Discus display tank that I've got at the moment. I think that's the biggest tank I've ever had. So with sump, it's about 700 litres. Yeah, so that's definitely the biggest one I've ever owned. I do have plans. So people are mentioning the house move earlier. One of the rooms in the house is a conservatory that's not got proper safety glass. So we're going to have to get that replaced. But the glass that's in there will be perfect aquarium glass. And it's like big 12-foot windows. So that might make like a mega tank that I can make out of my windows that I have to rip out the conservatory. So click that subscribe button, stay tuned, and see me cut my arm off. And I try to make a new big tank. But yeah, the tank that's in my living room is the biggest one that I've got at the moment. Scott's had his hoodie on in 2 shops now. One asked about your video, said he'd check me out. Another recognised the logo and had a full-on convo with me. Excellent. That's what we want. That's why free advertising. Get more people in to ask me more questions and I can have even more random live streams. Do you have a style of aquascape you like to do for a display tank? I want to answer that no, but I always default to the same sort of thing and I have to try and train myself out of doing that. Because quite often I'll end up with some kind of island in the middle of the tank and everything else built around it. Whereas I want to... Well, I think I've done quite well not doing that. So doing more banked aquariums the last few times. It's really frustrating because I've not been able to make any new tanks for a long time because I've been trying to break everything down because of the house move. So when I do move and I get to do more, I'll hopefully be able to do a lot more different types of aquascapes. But I want to move away from the everything's flat, a couple of rocks, some sticks, plants growing in between them. I've done that a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a perfectly good aquascape. But I like to try some new and interesting things. As much as I'm an enthusiastic amateur with aquascaping, I don't really like when it goes over the top and it's like 50% of the tank is taken up with substrate because you've built it up on such a slope that there's no space for anything else. Because at the end of the day, the tank, as much as I want it to be a bit of a piece of art, I want to have fish in there. That's what I like. I like the fish. So I want to have plenty of swimming space for them and all that kind of stuff. So I don't think I have a style as such, but I like each of the different, so your irugamis, I can't remember I don't know how you say that, but the ones where it's the Japanesey styles of your Amano type tanks where you have everything has some rules and it's, in fact, Reese gave me a book about Sakuteki, about Japanese gardening, and it's very rule based of this is how you do a thing, this is how you make it nice. And they're not wrong. If you follow those rules, if you have 3s and 5s rather than 2s and 4s of things, it looks better. If you have big, small and smaller, it looks better. But I think I like to be a little bit more free form, shall we say. But when I look at the ones that I've enjoyed the most, they have actually accidentally followed all those rules. So maybe there's something to it. So no, I don't have a favourite. No, I don't have a style that I like to do. I like to try different things. But I usually end up liking the more classical ones that I end up doing. I never received my sticker prize. Oh, I do apologise, Lily. I shall have to get on that. And you should have done, actually. I shall I shall check that out. Book Nikid asked about t-shirts. I didn't see Book's Nikid's comment. When are you getting more shrimpies? When I move, probably. I've got a small colony now. I sold quite a lot recently. But I'm just keeping my small colony now, and then I do want to get maybe a shrimp rack going where I can get some different strains of shrimp and try and keep them and breed them. But yeah, once I get settled in the new place, I'll probably have shrimp back up for sale, because even now they're I don't know why I'm looking over there, so there's none in there now. I have them all in the fish room now. I've got probably more than I think, so you never know, they might come back up. Join Discord for the banter. Ta-da! Up there. I don't know if that link even works anymore. Should I change that link? Did I set that for never expire? Who knows? What do you think is the most underrated fish in the hobby? That's a difficult one. I don't know. I think it could be... It's either going to be something that's snorted at by the aficionados, something like a neon tetra or something like that, where people go, it's only a neon tetra, it's only a goldfish. Neon tetras are super cool little things. If it was left to me, though, it would probably be some of the puffers, like pea puffers. Something so small being so interactive and having such a character about it. Maybe that would be something that's the most underrated fish. Or maybe it's just Discus, because everyone's put off by Discus by thinking they're too overrated, which then makes them underrated. I might be making this up. Sharpie says, I got recognised in a model shop a couple of years back. It was a strange experience having a stranger start talking to you like they know who you are. Yeah, it's happened to me in a fish shop a few times, or at a... the first time it happened was at an auction, or a show, fish show and auction. My local club is the Sheaf Valley Aquarist Society. And I went along to their annual show a couple of years ago now. And I was just looking at some fish, and somebody tapped me on the shoulder and went, I watch your videos. I was a bit like, scared. Because it was the creepiest thing. The way he said it was like, I watch your videos. So, oh, thank you very much. And then another kid came up to me and went, oh, you're Aquarium Adventures, aren't you? I went, oh, yeah, I am. And he went, can you sign my book? And I went, really? And he went, I haven't actually got a book, so no. All right. And then they went away. So it's very strange interactions. But a couple of times in fish shops, I've been like, oh, you're that guy from YouTube, aren't you? And I'm like, yes, sorry. I never know what to say. Pardon me. Saying nothing about that comment. Why do you have Discus in such a small tank? Mike Rochebon has a question. I keep missing these questions. It's not a very small tank. It's way too small. Way too small. Way too small. Yes, Courtney, it's way too small. Do you know what? I'd never have made that video if you hadn't used the word way. So those 3 letters made me make a video. So at least I got something out of it. Way too small. When you get moved, I have some black baby Schulzei if you would like. I would like. I'd love that. Yes, definitely. All right. Yes, it is way too small. Would you say Discus need RO water? No. I'm now having to read every comment twice now, because I can't think of a way that sounds dirty. Colin, well, now I can. I was going, who's Colin for sec? Colin for sex. Colin for sex. So I think you're the closest to getting me, Scott. Aquascaping is cool, but nature isn't as perfect. Yeah, I mean, some of the nicest aquascaping tanks have been things like blackwater tanks where it's just a load of leaf litter. So there's, and it look. I think some of the best tanks for aquascaping anyway look like they've just been thrown together, and someone's dumped a load of stuff in a tank. But often they're the ones the most thought's gone into. Mike Rowcook. Yeah. These names will never catch me out. Are you looking to get any rare fish in the new fish house? I am. I'm looking to get some rare and some common fish. I mean, not necessarily rare, but I'm definitely going to get some snakeheads because I really want to get into keeping some snakeheads. But I've been seeing all kinds of new and interesting things. I guess rare depends on who you are. Unusual, maybe, rather than rare. I don't know. We should really have a channel on Discord for the best made up names, and then we can try and get them there. Right, last final one, because we're now moving out of time. Oh, sorry, the chat's going everywhere. We'll need to get you an Aquarium Adventures Baby Grow as well, eh? I have to say, so let's go to the webcam. Look at this for a piece of embroidery. Oh, I've got my beard dandruff out of the way. Look at that. I'm well happy with that. One of my favourite birthday presents. Even rivals my Stream Deck as my favourite birthday present. I don't know if was that like super hard to do, because I know it's got lots of intricate patterns and stuff on the detail. So I don't know if this is something that we'll be able to offer for everyone to get, because I don't know how difficult that is to do for Phil. But I'm so happy with it. Looks fantastic, doesn't it? Colours are great. It's just perfect. It's even spelt correctly. I jest. Oh, my cousin made an appearance in the chat. Surprised it's not my Spanish cousin, Juan. Close up of Graham's cock. Ah! Right, last giveaway. Cancel that. It's going to have to be plain old, good old fashioned cock. Last giveaway. And then we're calling it a night. I think I've given away quite enough. Cock. Type cock in the chat. Be a person. Be willing to tell me where you live so I can send you the stuff. And all the other things. Subscribe. Join if you want. If you want to join, you get extra stuff. Oh, Phil says yes, it will be available to order. So this prize, I'm going to tell you what the prize is now. This prize is going to be a cock t-shirt. Just like this. One final giveaway for a cock shirt. It can be a t-shirt or a polo. And it's my birthday present to you, although it's my birthday, not yours. I don't know how that works. You know what I mean. If you want some of my cock shirt, type cock and I'll potentially send you one. And if you don't get on the website, order anything, email me to tell me you want a cock one if you want, because I won't have had a chance to get that on to the website in time. But if you want cock on anything, let me know. You can buy it on the website and just send it in notes or something like that with your purchase. Say, oh, I don't actually want the puffer one, I want the cock one. This is YouTube's going to be like, what is going on with this one? We're going to have to got another super chat. Have we? Yes, we have. Look at that. Does your HMA filter get rid of chlorine completely? It does. I guess it only depends on where you are and how much chlorine you've got in the water. Because I have heard of people who, especially London and below, seem to have a lot more chlorine in the water. I don't know if that's true, but people who I'm friends with that live down there, they have to get, so I only have the 10-inch cartridges on my HMA, and they have to get the 20-inch just to make sure that they get rid of all the chlorine. And the chloramines often is why they have the bigger ones. But even if it doesn't, you can just run it a bit slower and it has more time to go through the carbon granules that will pull more of it out. But yeah, in mine I can run it almost full speed through there and it'll take out any chlorine, because I've only got a little bit of chlorine in my water around here. But if you have a lot of chlorine, it might not take it all out, but you can just either turn down the flow or get a bigger cartridge. So hope that helps, and thank you very much for your super chat. That's a worrying comment. Right, last throw of the dice. Have I remembered to do everything new that I've done today? I don't know. Let's going to see who's going to win the... Sorry, that comment threw me off. Let's going to see who's going to win the cock shirt. Are we ready? Jennifer's won a cock shirt. She'll know. She'll be so happy. Right, we need to get Jennifer. If you're sending out the mod hoodies, Phil, get Jennifer a cock one as well. Sorry, I forgot something. Congratulations, Jennifer! Woo! You've won a cock! Well done, everyone. I can't think of a more worthy winner. She talks about nothing but cock, and now she's won some cock. Congratulations, everyone that won tonight. Remember, if you've won something, send me an email. It's not up there. I don't know why I'm pointing at that. Let's do that again. Send me an email if you've won something. Remind me that you've won something. And I'll send you the thing. And thank you very much for all the tired attempts at getting me to say naughty names. You need to step up your game, guys. But thank you very much for all the interactions tonight, all the questions, all the comments, all the super chats, especially if anyone's joined tonight, for instance. That's very much appreciated. And as always, thank you for the birthday wishes. Go and watch one of my videos. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.